The 2026 World Cup represents the largest expansion in the tournament's history, increasing the field to 48 teams. Since 1998, the 32-team format favored a predictable group of powerhouses. The limited number of slots meant that established European and South American nations rarely faced serious threats to their progression. This new format introduces a 72-game group stage. The high volume of matches, the wide variety of competing nations, and new tactical variables are testing the traditional guard. The event's scale moved the fan experience far beyond the host cities. In New York, thousands of France supporters took over Times Square before their first match, creating massive gatherings in locations without a stadium in sight. This expanded landscape creates logistical and tactical strain. The geographical spread across North America and the sheer number of games have opened opportunities for smaller nations to exploit the exhausted favorites. The pressure of this expanded format has identified significant flaws in teams expected to advance easily. Uruguay entered the 2026 tournament as a two-time champion with high expectations. They were eliminated in the group stage without winning a single game, failing to beat both Saudi Arabia and Cape Verde. Internal squad issues and tactical friction under manager Marcelo Bielsa led to a complete breakdown in performance. The team's exit was so abrupt that the federation reportedly canceled their return flights, leaving players to find their own way home. Turkey was expected to be a dark horse in the tournament, but their performance became a case study in inefficiency. This data outlines a significant gap between effort and results. Turkey recorded 62 shots across 2 matches, the most of any team since 1966, and failed to score a single goal. The early exits of Uruguay and Turkey prove that historical pedigree and individual talent no longer guarantee success in this volatile new field. With more spots available, African nations have taken a dominant role in the new tournament structure. 10 nations from the African Confederation qualified. 9 of them secured a place in the knockout rounds. Morocco remains the leader of this continental search. After their historic semi-final run in Qatar, they navigated their 2026 group undefeated, including a draw against Brazil. The Democratic Republic of Congo returned to the World Cup for the first time in 50 years. They secured their spot in the round of 32 after a decisive win over Uzbekistan. Cape Verde became one of the tournament's most consistent performers, remaining unbeaten in the group stage to finish second behind Spain. By placing 9 teams in the knockout bracket, the African Confederation has established itself as a major power in the expanded competition. While many favorites struggled, a few established nations handled the expanded group stage with clinical precision. France won all 3 group matches, scoring 10 goals while conceding 2. Didier Deschamps' squad remains the most balanced tactical unit. Alongside the battle for national survival, the race for the Golden Boot reached a historic pace. Lionel Messi led Argentina with 6 goals in his first 3 games, playing with clinical efficiency that few defenders can track. Messi has surpassed the all-time World Cup record. Reaching 18 career goals, he moves past Miroslav Klose as the most prolific scorer in history. He is chased by a group tied at 4 goals each: Erling Haaland, Vinícius Jr., Ousmane Dembélé, and Kylian Mbappé. Mbappé remains the most likely challenger to Messi's lead, logging 4 goals of his own to keep France atop the scoring charts. The established powers are currently relying on this individual, high-level scoring to manage the increased competition from the rest of the world. The round of 32 serves as a high-stakes filter. There are no longer points or goal differences to fall back on, only 90 minutes to survive. This 32-team bracket reveals high-pressure matchups between traditional giants and emerging nations. DR Congo's defense meets unbeaten England. Senegal faces a Belgian team trying to prove its elite status. And Cape Verde gets the ultimate test, a direct elimination match against Lionel Messi and Argentina. And now, in this single elimination phase, historical records and past group stage momentum can be completely erased in a single afternoon. The expansion to 48 teams has allowed more nations to compete than ever before. The knockout rounds will determine if those new arrivals can sustain their success, or if the traditional powers will reclaim control of the tournament.